Joe Eder, Polar Air, 2021 Grand National Unlimited Champion. 2 wins, 1 second, 2 thirds. The two prize fighters squared off in a familiar ring. In one corner, Chuck Knapp, cast as the challenger after a run of 4 titles, clinched varying in domination and suspenseful fashion. In the other corner, Joe Eder, the modified veteran who dethroned Knapp in 2019 by piling up 7 wins. The rematch would have to wait through a bleak, attenuated summer, but observers of the most powerful spectacle in motorsports breathlessly waited the rematch. It would not disappoint. Eder struck the first blow in the storm-shortened Toma, claiming the win while Knapp crossed the chalk. But consecutive Friday triumphs at the Lions Club of Iowa and Tennessee propelled Screamin' D past Polar Air by 3 points. Eder won next in Fort Recovery's Session 1, but then slipped to 5th while Knapp was 3rd and 4th to retain the lead. Roles reversed in Bowling Green, where Screamin' D posted a 1st and a 6th to Polar Air's 2nd and 3rd to set the margin at 2 going into Wellington's Friday night spectacular. Halfway through the class of 12, Knapp's final punch landed at 318 feet. 3 hooks later, Eder's 330 sounded the final bell. It was a heavyweight battle for the ages and left both men with 4 NTPA titles in multi-engine divisions. Horsepower junkies are already ready for round 3. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Joe Eder, your 2021 Grand National Unlimited Champion.
Hi, my name is Darren Hartwell, and on behalf of the National Tractor Pullers Association, I would like to welcome and congratulate 2021 NTPA Grand National Unlimited Modified Champion out of Langford, New York, the Polar Air, Joe Eder. Joe, congratulations.
Thank you very much. It's just an honor to be here, and we're excited, and we're ready to go.
Absolutely. So the season for you guys started out in Tomo, Wisconsin. Started out on a very high note for you. You took the win. How did that feel to take an early season points lead?
You know, it was Toma. It was one of those tracks that you just had to get down it, and we did our homework and we got down it and, come out as a points leader, and then stumbled in the Rockwell, kind of went backwards there and, kind of fought our way back. Chapel Hill made good runs, just didn't score high, so it was kind of a, like at this point, we got to step this up and get going, and then we rolled in the Fort Recovery, and boy, it started running good, but boy, we earned it. We worked hard. A rear end about every pass. It was just a long couple-week stretch there. So we kept her together and through all the heat, and we made it. And come down to the last pull of Wellington, and I was pretty well to accept second place for the year because I know Chuck runs so good and all that, and but we got around him and got the championship, and that's pretty cool, so that puts 7 in our belt, and we're excited to keep on rolling.
Absolutely, Joe. So tell us a little bit. I know you're from Langford, home of the oldest tractor pull in the country. How did you get started in the sport of pulling?
It just basically, going to that as a young guy, and checking it out and playing in the sandbox, and then eventually it, went into a single-engine economat and then a multi-engine, a twin-engine carbureted tractor into a triple, and through the years, and then Engler built me one in '91, and that's when we hit the road and started the campaign, the big tour, and been on the road ever since, and it's just fun to be out here.
Absolutely. So you were 1992 Rookie of the Year. What has changed as far as modified tractors in that span in the sport of pulling?
Oh, it's unbelievable. I mean, I competed with Wayne Garrett and, all these good guys, and I mean, 1,200 horse Chevrolets, and now, in the Banner brothers, Ralph Banner, taking him on tour after they retired. Ralph has been with me for 3 years on the road, and that was really a special deal to have them guys, and learned an awful lot, so it's been a really amazing tour. Dave Banner talking to him at Fort Recovery, and he sat there and he looked at my tractor and he said, "I just can't believe how much has changed," and it's sometimes I'm in the same boat. I'll look at this and look at 12,000 horse, and I was back when we started out, we were competitive with 5,500 horse, so there's lots of improvements. It's still changing. We got another tractor out there that's I'm going to put it to the second, the new generation, I call it. It's going to be hard to handle, and we're going to have to gear up and try to run with it now.
Nice, nice. So, Joe, how does it feel, or do you know when you're in the seat if you have a winning run going?
There's every race car driver, funny car driver, or any sport, you have a connection to your vehicle, and I feel like I've got a really good connection to this tractor. I've had other connections, over the years, like the Odd Couple, the 21 straight winning tractor we had. That was a tractor we could get on, and at about 125 feet down the track, I could pretty much tell you where we're going to end up. And this tractor here isn't too far off. It feels good. It's just everybody else has stacked up and gotten the same way, and they've gotten good. So it's just great for the fans, I feel, because it just brought so much competitiveness to the sport, and it's just good for the people to see such a great show.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, when you're the test puller, how do you decide if you're going to accept that pass or turn it down and come back later?
It's a tough one, The end relay here, we're going to take number one. That gives us that free shot if we, have a screw up. We got a pretty good tune-up in it where we're going to run hard the first pass. And, last year we laid down that record run here,
Yes.
and it's pretty cool. But it just we'll see what happens. It's tough. It's a hard decision to make. Sometimes I'd rather take that and then set for 4 or 5 vehicles and then tell them, yeah, I'll take it or I won't. But you can't. So,
Right.
but it's a tough situation to be in. But sometimes it will work. Sometimes it's against you.
Right. So, when you come back for a pull-off, do you change anything? Do you make any major changes, or what do you do after the initial pass to come back in the second round for the pull-off?
I can tell usually how that tractor leaves, and I might change the air pressure a little bit. And, in our situation, we might plus or minus the hitch a little bit. We're still under the 20-inch limit, so we're safe.
Okay.
Fuel is a big deal here for us, and, we might tune it up. We got a lot of green space in this place. The oxygen's excellent, and it's going to be a huge power night. So it's the last one, so if we pinch rings and collapse pistons, it really don't matter.
Okay, great. So we've talked about your tractor and the performance and the horsepower. Tell us a little bit about your tractor, and you don't give away any trade secrets or anything, but tell us a little bit about your combination and what you're running.
What I run is the Ken Benny engine, because Ken's just a good old boy, and he's a father to me. So he builds my motors. It's an excellent program. We run a 1871 blower, and we run a really nice running conservative operation, and gets us down the track every time. We're usually a top 4 or 5 tractor every weekend, and that's what kind of keeps us close at the end here.
Yes, absolutely. So talking about Ken Venny, I know, after you clinched your championship in Wellington the next weekend, you came to Wasion where the minis and the 4-wheel drives were finishing up their Grand National season to help out and just be there to support your friends. What do the relationships in the sport of pulling mean?
It's great. It's like the Fosters. I've never been a 4-wheel drive fan in my whole life, and it's an awesome family. Great people. They do a great job pulling, and they're Chevrolet people, so that's right up my alley. So I think it's pretty cool that I go to Wasion and I'm all concerned about 4-wheel drives, and to watch that young lady win like that was awesome. So hats off to her and the family. Ken Benny, he's just a wonderful person, and it's good to, if I can have anything I can do to help him, to win a championship, it's exciting. He won in 19, 20 don't count, and then 21. So both of us are champions together again.
Yes.
So it's really cool.
Yeah. So who do you want to thank, Joe?
Well, definitely the sponsors of NTPA here, Mac Trailers. I mean, Mike Connie and his family do a great job supporting his organization. Enderley Pull Off, Hot Shot, Case IH, O'Reilly. Just the really good sponsors here for the organization. We need them to keep coming back. And then my personal sponsors here, which is, Puller Air. They just do a great job. Pico Oil. It just takes all of us together to make a good combination. And, it's a big family sport, and everybody works together, makes a good show.
Absolutely. And what about your family and team?
you know, definitely, I got to thank, you know, Brian and Barney for always going on the road. Carla and my little Joe, you know, they stay home and most of the summer and that. So it takes a big team. You know, I'm the Tim Wilkerson of tractor pulling. I mean, I call the shots. I tune it. I drive the semi down the road, and when you win, it feels good.
Awesome. Congratulations. Once again, your 2021 NTPA Grand National Unlimited Modified Champion from Langford, New York, the Polar Air, Joe Ader.